We're here today to talk about the EHCMA Workforce Development Golf Tournament coming up in about a month. So I'm here with Stacy Putman. I'm Patti Bell, and we hope that you would join us on that day.
Good morning, Patti. I'm really excited about the golf tournament again this year. It provides so many great opportunities for folks in our community.
Can you tell us about what we do with some of the money that's raised from sponsorships and from teams golfing?
Right, for sure. So it's really interesting the way this golf tournament works. It's fairly typical in a lot of ways of golf tournaments that are fundraisers. So as you know, we have funds coming in just from our foursomes, people loving to play golf over at Wildcat, one of my husband's and my favorites, because when you play at Wildcat, you get some elevation, which is really unusual in Houston for golf courses, and it's really fun. And we hope we have good weather this year. October can be interesting to try to play golf in, but we're looking forward to that. And so the money that we raise through this golf tournament, 100% of that money, after we pay for the golf club, 100% of that money will go to fund student activities, so it could be scholarships, and that's what's typically been in the past. But last year, we had done some research with the schools where we were giving scholarships, and they actually needed us to open that up a little bit so that it could also be funding some of the equipment in the classrooms. And so we're making sure that the money is going to the students in need. We're validating the need for any equipment and things like that with these schools. And these schools are leading to careers that bring people into our industry. So that could be a craft skill like pipe fitting, welding, which is in high demand these days. But it could also be an IT program. It could be a process technician, an I&E technician. So it's those high demand roles that we have that for some of us can be hard to fill these days. And so we don't just hand over the money just to whoever's always had it. It really is about what does our industry need right now here along the ship channel and in the greater Houston region for petrochemical and refining industries and the supporting contractors. Speaking of the supporting contractors, as we know, for those of us who like to go to golf tournaments, the golf is fun, but what's really fun is going from food truck to food truck or vendor to vendor or just visiting with all of those wonderful sponsors that show up with games to play, amazing food. So I've been away from the region for about 5 years, came back, went to this golf tournament last year, and I couldn't believe the array of food that was available. It is amazing. It's not just, good old barbecue. It's quail. It's boudin. There's some amazing food. It's almost like we should have a food competition, but I think everybody would win because the food is so good. Did you get to eat some of the food last year?
I didn't get to go last year. There was another event.
Oh, my goodness.
I helped plan it and then didn't get to go that day.
If you're going to go this year, are you going?
Yeah, I'm planning.
Well, don't eat breakfast before you get there. Maybe exercise a little bit extra a few days before. It's like going on a cruise. I'm not kidding. It is delicious food. It really, really is. But the golf is really good, too, because what happens is, people are bringing their own teams, but they get to interact. Each of the set of golfers, they get to interact with some of the students on the course. And some of these students are going to be vying for these scholarships. Sometimes we have former scholarship winners show up. So it's really, really interesting. We couldn't do this without our partners from the colleges as well. So we're a pretty small little organization here at EHCMA. We don't have a large staff or anything. And so those of us in industry, like those of us at INEOS and other great industry partners, we volunteer our time, but the college has put in so much effort for this golf tournament. They are taking care of a lot of the signage, they bring students, they run the raffle, and no one wants to miss the Alicia Harris raffle call at the end. It is quite the show. I've never seen it until last year, and she is so much fun. I mean, she is on stage and she's describing those gifts and calling out the winners. It's super fun. And there's always really neat things that we have for auction as well. And that's something that I know that Alicia Harris and the golf tournament team is doing right now is collecting really amazing prizes for the raffle. And so if anyone we run across has something they can donate, it could be a trip, it could be airline tickets. Last year we had pizza ovens, so all kinds of things. It could be small, it could be large, but that's a great revenue source as well for the golf tournament. I think last year we raised over $10,000 just on that raffle alone. And so there's a lot of neat ways that we work together as a community here with the colleges, with all of our contractors and owner-operators, with EHCMA to raise this money. Last year we gave away over $200,000 in scholarship
Awesome.
money. Yeah, it really is.
I know a few of the students that have received scholarships, and I know they were so grateful to have those. So
Oh, yeah.
if you've got raffle items, let us know. We can get those to the right place. I'm in charge of the goodie bags. So
Oh, that's
I
right.
asked the companies to donate items to a goodie bag. So any golfer that's there that plays on a team or individually, sometimes they come and then get paired up,
Right.
collecting those.
Right. There's always
So
something
those are always
fun.
cool.
And last year, remember, there was that first time that we did, like, somebody on the team really wanted us to have like a candy bar or something. And so EHCMA had a personal message from Mary Jane Mudd on the candy bar. I thought that was just so creative.
That was
Yeah.
really good.
That's really
That was
fun.
really good. And there's games and activities along the course. I'm not a golfer, so I don't always understand what
Yeah.
those are, but
Yeah, sometimes there's like typical things like a cornhole, but then, yeah, that's right. There's the longest drive and there's always a hole in one
Yeah.
type activity. But yeah, there are some interesting things. Wildcat really does a great job of helping us with this tournament and good suggestions. My husband and I have sponsored golf tournaments for many years, and it's really neat to see how it's evolved to really making it a fun day for the golfer and the non-golfer, but not irritating the golfers too much with all those games, because the golfers will still really want to play golf.
they want to win.
They do.
So besides those prizes and all those other things, you have all that networking. So you've got the contractors with the larger companies. You've got those students, which is invaluable to them to be able to interact with the companies, not only to say, thank you, I received a scholarship, so they understand what's happening. Maybe I haven't received a scholarship yet, and I would like to work for you at some point and be able to network with those people.
Yeah, that's a really important point that our golf tournament chair, Kelly Rollo from ExxonMobil, is wanting to really enhance this year. And so the colleges are working with her to ensure that the students coming will get to have time with the owner-operators and the contractors that are going to be on these teams, but also maybe some that are just showing up like me, that I'm not going to play golf, but I'm going to be there to eat all the good food, or I'm going to be serving the good food, those kind of things. And so some time with the students is important, because it gives students who are working towards a career that could come into our industry, what do we like away from an interview table? What kind of a piece of our culture, like who are we as people? And then also it's a more relaxed environment for us to maybe get to know some of the top students that the colleges have chosen to bring to highlight for us. And these are typically the students I have interacted with. Last year at the golf tournament, they were outstanding and great communicators. Very easily could describe why they were interested in our industry, and what's been their pathway in the past, like what educationally or work-wise, what brought them to this. Was it an uncle or a brother that works in the industry, or what is it? And we could have kind of casual conversations, and those are also great ways to find future interns and apprentices as well, because a lot of the students are far enough along in their program that they could qualify for that whenever we start posting for those, which I know we are posting right now for interns as well across industry.
I would think as a student, it'd be a more casual atmosphere that I could ask you a question I might not ask in an interview, that, okay, what exactly are you looking for? Or some things that would give me confidence when I go into an interview at some point.
Yeah, exactly right. What is the longevity of somebody in this role? What's the career path? You don't want to ask in your first interview, when do I get to be the boss? I mean, there's that myth. That people want this day. Today they want to come to work and after 3 weeks be the boss. I don't think that's always true at all. But it's also like, what's our career pathway been? What's it been like for us? I get that question.
How did you get to be at your job?
Yeah, and what did you experience along the way? And what kind of things did you say yes to? What kind of things did you say no to? What do you regret about your career? And I think those are really good questions for the students to ask us. I think it's really good for us to be ready, not only for golf and good food, but also that student interaction.
Right.
Yeah, just for sure.
A one-day mentor.
Right,
kind of a thing. Well, do you have anything else you think that would be helpful to people?
Well, I think it's important for us to remember the purpose of the golf tournament. There's definitely a lot of networking, and it's really fun. Everybody seems to have a good time, no matter the weather, at this tournament, which is really great. It's a competitive golf course, and I know there are people that have come to this tournament every year, and they're very competitive. We do have fabulous trophies that are designed by students. This year, our company is going to be the first ever sponsor for the tournament, so we're really proud of that, because that money also goes to help with the students' education through buying books and paying part of their tuition and those kind of things. But I think it's really important that we are getting to show the students from several different colleges. We've now expanded to our whole region, so many colleges are there, and the students are getting to see that we're out there taking some time off. We're playing a game, eating great food, but most importantly, trying to raise money to help them pay their way through school.
Yeah.
Some of us may forget that, it does cost money. It's hard to get that money. Sometimes the COVID money is no longer there. The colleges don't have as much scholarship money as they've always had in the past over the last 3 or 4 years. And so it's important for us to refill the coffers of those foundations at the colleges so that they can get the equipment and get the scholarship money out to the students and to the faculty for that equipment. And so it's a day of really good hard work at a golf course to help make the lives of some of those students so much better.
So I know that we've helped students who are single parents and have other issues trying to pay for school, and it's not always easy to work and go to school at the same time, or at least not work full time. So I know that's helped a lot of people that way.
It really does, because so many people have to work while they're getting that 2-year certificate or associate's degree, and it takes more than 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if there's a way that we can help them finish in a shorter time period, they're going to be able to uplift their life for themselves and their family so much sooner by getting into these careers in our industry and get the benefits and all the other things that we can offer. So you're exactly right. It's a day that changes people's lives.
Great. So if you'd like to participate, the golf tournament is Friday, October 27th at the Wildcat Golf Club. 7 o'clock registration, 8:15 scramble shotgun start, and
sign up on the website.
Yeah.
So Patti, one of the key pieces of information we need to get out today is how to sign up for this golf tournament or how to become a sponsor for this golf tournament. So folks just need to simply go to
EHCMA.org, EHCMA, that's for the East Harris County Manufacturers Association, and there'll be a QR code also listed on the screen.
Look forward to seeing you there.
Sign up.